So the movie starts off with old dude chilling off the little late night chill vibes, struggling to find something to watch. It's the 1980s, so Russia and America, they beefing with each other. They threatening to nuke each other up the ass. And that shit was all over TV. President Nixon was basically saying, if you fuck with us, then we up in that file on y'all ass. Y'all only doing yourselves harm trying to fuck with us. If our innocent civilians die, then your innocent civilians gonna die too over a beef that we personally had. The next thing you know, nigga speed walking up to his apartment, kicked the fuck out that door, and he was welcome to a surprise fade. They got the bopping crazy, hands going through walls, niggas getting flipped on tables, bruh, head got smashed through the fucking counter. Bruh, that's automatic CTE right there, Antonio Brown. Then dog got thrown out the window, straight yeeted. We all probably had that one dream at one point when we falling down from a tall ass building, but actually experiencing this in real life is crazy, bro. You know you finna die, so it's that weight before you hit the ground that would literally haunt you. As you falling down from that sky, you just like, oh man, once I hit that splat, oh my God, you just, this is that feeling of that weight. But after that nigga got splatted, we then have this montage of the old generation of heroes called the Minutemen. Not that Minutemen, but this Minutemen, with their 1960 ass Batman costumes. But yeah, they started off golden until shit got arrested. People was on weird timing. They killed a girl because she was lesbian. This nigga named Mothman went to asylum because he started biting on niggas and shit. It transitioned into the new generation of heroes though. With Dr. Manhattan, the blue nigga, the comedian, Rorschach, Ozzy, Night Owl, and Silk Spectre. They went from being beloved to hated and outlawed. Also, John F. Kennedy still died in his timeline by the comedian. And just wait until you get into the comedian's past, because nothing was funny about it. But there was one nigga who ain't give a fuck, and his name was Rorschach. Rorschach was like, I sense great levels of bullshit coming towards this team's way. So I'm gonna go out here and be a better detective than these fat ass, corrupt ass, lustful ass cops who be fucking joints in the back of cars instead of doing their real job. And my nigga Rorschach was on that shit. Brody was standing on business. He the #1 Watchmen member, putting in that work. Fuck a Dr. Manhattan. He the coldest member out the group. Rorschach had to let gang of them know someone was hunting and killing the team. So he went up and broke into Night Owl's crib. And now I don't agree with him breaking into bro's crib. He could have just, you feel me? What type of technology they had back in the 1980s? They had the what's it called? They had the little, you feel me? The little shit. They had they had these big brick ass phones, and they had these little the little what's it called? I forgot the fucking name, but yeah, I'll probably show the image on it right here. But they had those shits. But yeah, you could have just hit bro up on the little phone. You feel me? And yeah, but I guess he broke into his fucking crib. Nigga started eating on his beans too with his stank ass. Bro, look, I don't agree. He the coldest member of the group. I don't agree with this, bro. You putting a little too much dip on your chip right here. You breaking into here. What a Happy Meal cost back in the 1980s? That shit cost about 98 cents back then. But yeah, Rorschach, he showed Night Owl what was going on. He showed some of the bloody happy face joint. And they went down to this Night Owl cave on some Batman shit. Night Owl was tired of Rorschach still doing the superhero shit when everybody is just chilling now. Besides Dr. Manhattan, of course. He's just tired of Rorschach still doing that shit. He's like, bro, it's time for you to hang it up, gang, and start a family. You getting too old for this shit. You on Celtic Shaq time. You on 49ers Randy Moss time. You smell like fresh shit out the ass. Then Rorschach was like, you best be glad I was eating on your beans because your fat ass need it. You building up a double chin right there, fella. You have 2 mouths very soon in the making. But yeah, after that, Night Owl went to Ozzy to warn him that there's a threat out there trying to kill heroes. And Ozzy was like, I wish a nigga would. Then we cut to Rorschach breaking into this research facility to warn Dr. Manhattan. He had his blue big ass out in the opening, just slung straight out, bruh. I don't give a fuck. Dr. Manhattan is the most powerful nigga in the universe. You better fucking put some clothes on. Because any other nigga works at a government facility, doing work at a government facility, and they just have they slung straight out doing work, they gonna be put in a sex offender list and they going to jail. The fuck? I don't give a fuck you, Dr. Manhattan, bro. You better put some clothes on. I ain't trying to see that shit, bro. Nigga, put some clothes on. Like, what the fuck? Like, they better be paying you enough to afford some clothes. Can't you just make some clothes out of thin air? Like, you feel me? Like, come on now. Ain't nobody trying to see your blue slung out there in the opening like that, nigga. Rorschach was trying to warn Dr. Manhattan about niggas dying and shit. Dr. Manhattan, he ain't give a fuck, bro. He teleported that nigga out the building, bro. And Dr. Manhattan is with the silk joint, and he already knows that she wants some meat from another member of the team. Night Owl. But he still teleports her home, and, she throws up because she's still not used to getting teleported like that. But we have this little moment in the movie where everyone remembers what a piece of shit the comedian was. This nigga was diabolical. He is literally one of the devil's top demon crash outs. He is insane. He has no morals. This man is a horrible human being. He's not even a human being. He's a demon. He's horrible. But yeah, we about to get into this. So we tap into Silk's mom memory, the original Silk Spectre. Back during when the team was called the Minutemen, they was taking a little group photo on some chill shit. And she was telling everybody she's using the room to change her clothes. So nobody fucking goes in there. But guess what? The comedian don't give a fuck. He still wanted that bitch anyway. He wanted some ass. He tried getting some ass, but she said no. She's not trying to give up the ass. But this nigga turned into fucking Chris Brown / Diddy / Ray Rice. Fucking punched her and shit, punched her in the gut, punched her in the face. When I saw this shit had me triggered. No cap. I was ready to fucking put on the Travis Scott Batman suit, jump in that bitch and get active on the comedian. You feel me? But the hooded justice pulled up and gave that nigga the hands. You feel me? You saw how he was beating up on the girl, but as soon as a man come through, he's struggling. He can't fight back. Fuck that nigga ass up, bro. This nigga should have got kicked out after this moment. He should have been kicked out the team. The fuck? How y'all gonna allow this bullshit to stay within the team? The fuck? Man. Then Dr. Manhattan had a memory of the comedian when he was in Vietnam, you feel me, in the military doing military work. You know, the nigga Dr. Manhattan, he was just snapping fingers, niggas blowing up. Niggas said, fuck that. We can't go up against Dr. Manhattan. We just gonna surrender. Dr. Manhattan and the comedian, they was chilling at this little bar joint. And turns out the comedian, he got a whole joint pregnant over there. And she was mad because he wasn't giving her attention. He was about to go back to America and say sayonara to her. But she ain't fucking with that. She hit that man with the glass. Boom. And he got mad and fucking shot her. Dr. Manhattan was watching there saying, no. Like nigga, Dr. Manhattan, you could easily stop this. Why the fuck are you saying no but not stopping it? And that's the exact thing the comedian said. Like, why the fuck you ain't turn the fucking glass into fucking flowers or some shit like that? So yeah, man, I know it's reverse psychology, but you know, the comedian, he pulled the gun out, shot her. He shouldn't have done that shit. You feel me? And Dr. Manhattan, he had the power to stop everything, but he chose not to. That's a whole human life taken away. And a whole baby. Shot the whole pregnant woman, whole seed. It could have been a daughter or your son, you feel me? That could have contributed to the world. But no, you shot the pregnant woman. Dr. Manhattan just watched wrongs, bro. 2 wrongs, bro. My nigga Ozzy also had a memory of the comedian making fun of his plans and burning his map and shit, bro. You know, this nigga was a fucking terrorizer. I really don't understand how he's still part of the team at this point. And of course, another member had a memory of the comedian doing some fucking demon shit too. Night Owl had a memory of the comedian when they was trying to stop a protest. That nigga just jumped out the ship, just started going crazy on them protests, bro. Nigga just started fucking whamming, just straight whamming on niggas in the crowd and shit. I'm glad, bro. Good thing he wasn't during the Black Lives Matter protest, bro. This nigga would have been crazy. What the fuck? As soon as Night Owl was trying to stop, he was like, get your hands off me. I'm like, what the fuck? Nigga, this nigga's a psychopath. But yeah, while everyone was at their funeral, you know, Rorschach is the only one who really keeps the secret identity. And he saw that one of the comedian's villains was at his funeral, so he followed him to his crib. Is this nigga one of Santa's elves? Because look at how pointy them ears is. Like, yeah, damn. Them some pointy ass ears, not gonna lie. But yeah, back to the story. As soon as the pointy ear nigga, the villain, tried to go to the fridge, try to eat some good eats, you see a list that says, look behind you. Next thing you know, Rorschach pop out the cut with it. Straight on business with it. Then the pointy ear villain was saying that he remembered right before the comedian died, he was crying about something. He wasn't making sense. He was low-key scared for his life because he was just chilling in bed. And next thing you know, that nigga on his bed talking about some shit, crying and confessing to a villain and shit. So yeah, he was lost. Then this next scene, we literally got Dr. Manhattan. And he running a train on the silk joint. You feel me? He duplicated himself and he running a train on her. And she didn't fuck with that. You feel me? Plus, he duplicated himself to another whole little office space. And he was doing work in a whole nother section. So she didn't fuck with how he didn't put his full attention into her. You feel me? So she said, nah, bro, I ain't fucking with that. I'm gonna go get some night owl meat. She wanted some night owl meat. So she said, fuck this, I'm going to a little dinner date with Night Owl. So they went to a little dinner date, you feel me? And, you know, Dr. Manhattan, he all in his work shit. He ain't really, you know, he's getting really separated from being a human, bro. Then after the little dinner date, they went to this little dark-ass alleyway. Like, why the fuck would you go in a little dark-ass alleyway living in that type of city? But maybe they wanted some action for the night, you feel me? They wanted to break some nigga heads in, and that's what they got. They was breaking niggas' heads in. This was a brutal-ass fucking fight scene. When I was watching this, I was filling up all over my body like, god damn. Like, I saw one thing where he had the nigga arm, and he had the bone poking out that nigga arm because he bended it the opposite way. That shit was OD. She fucking knocked the nigga ACL out. That shit was crazy. They was going crazy on these fucking street thugs, bro. While that was going on, Dr. Manhattan was getting prepared to get on live TV with it, and this nigga finally put on clothes. Can we get a round of applause? Can we get a round of applause for my nigga? Finally putting on clothes, a little suit on, he just teleported there. So he went there thinking shit was going to be smooth, but the opposite of smooth happened. So this nigga put together that everyone he's been around has gotten cancer, and his ex came out the woodwork saying, you got me cancer, and you fucking cheating on me, you weird ass blue nigga. That nigga was shook as shit. He got his friend cancer too. Everybody he been around, so he was like, everybody was pressuring him, taking pictures of him. Everybody was crowding him, saying, wanting more questions and shit. And he was like, fuck this, bro, I'm going off to Mars. So that nigga fucked off to Mars. And basically told us, the audience, his backstory. But yeah, man, his ex and his old friends, he left his watch inside a little testing shit, and he went inside the little testing shit to grab his watch. As soon as that door closed, that nigga knew he was cooked. Once the machine turned on, the thing about this was that he went inside there uncautionally. Like, if it was me personally, I would have made sure the door wouldn't close behind me. I would have, because, you know, I'm always a person to think, what if a freak accident happened? So my ass would have been like, hey, make sure this shit is open. Make sure this shit is not turned on. Make sure everything is fucking off. So no weird ass accident happened to me. And I can just safely grab this watch. I wouldn't have even left the watch in the first place, knowing the circumstances that would happen if I would have left the watch and come back and get the watch. Or I would have just left the watch in there. I would have said, fuck a watch. I got my iPhone. But I guess it was back in the 1930s or some shit like that. So I guess they fucking watched us to tell time and shit. So. But yeah, he got the watch. The shit closed behind him. Everybody was like, oh yeah, that nigga cook. Ain't no opening that door, my nigga. R.I.P. And then the machine turned on. He was like, hey, don't abandon me. His girl abandoned him in his worst moments when he was about to fucking die. But maybe she just didn't want to see him die, but you still had some time to talk before y'all died, right? Like, that's crazy. He evaporated at first, but he slowly turned into Dr. Manhattan over a couple of days and shit, bro. He was appearing and reappearing with his skeleton coming out, and finally he appeared out of nowhere in the lunch table with his long out. If I was eating and I see that shit, I'm throwing up. I'm like, what the fuck, nigga? But yeah, he told his whole backstory and shit. We did cut to President Nixon for a short moment, being pissed, and I didn't truly realize how big of a nose this nigga had. Like, I looked up a real image of President Nixon, and bro, he got that Bruce Strapper-Moff nose. Like, that nose is gigantic. Like, that nose got a set of ass cheeks. No cap. Okay, I just wanted to state that for this scene. But yeah. After that, assassination attempt was set on Ozzy, but you feel me? He used some niggas as shields, and he was able to get the nigga down, and seriously, the nigga was choking on his spit and shit. This nigga had a whole spasm and shit. While this nigga Ozzy hand was over his mouth the whole time. Would it be crazy if Ozzy would have put the pill in his mouth? Night Owl was still spitting game on Silk. Rorschach was checking up on a pointy ear nigga again, but when he got there, when he was talking to him, he found out that he was framed, and the nigga got shot. The cop then pulled up on his ass. And, bro, this was a cool-ass action scene, bro. They was trying to open up the door for Hammer. As soon as that nigga swung the hammer, he missed, bro. You feel me? W timing. Rorschach was going up against all these cops, putting fucking fire on their ass and shit. He was going toe-to-toe with the whole fucking cop force, the whole squad, you feel me? Fucking them all up, you feel me? But they eventually got to him, took his mask off, and everybody knew his secret identity. He was like, my face! He caught that mask in his face, you feel me? That's how dedicated that nigga is. That's why he a #1 Watchmen member, you feel me? Then we got a little look into Rorschach's backstory, and it's really tragic. His mom was busting it down for every nigga around the neighborhood, around the street, you feel me? He was like, Mom, are you okay? And the mom said, I wish I would have aborted you. I'm like, what? Ain't no way this nigga had a childhood like this, bro. No father figure. His mom busting it down for every nigga around, like all the neighbors hitting his mom up, bro. This is what gonna happen to these OnlyFans children, bro. We gotta stop. We gotta ban OnlyFans, bro. This is what's gonna happen to them OnlyFans children, bro. We don't want them to get made fun of like this. He got made fun of too, but he was fucking them bullies up though. You feel me? But this is what's gonna happen to them OnlyFans children, bro. This is why we gotta stop OnlyFans, bro. You feel me? Hashtag stop OnlyFans. Hashtag ban OnlyFans. You feel me? But yeah, bro. It's tragic, bro. His mom ain't give a fuck about him. She was just a hoe, you feel me? Everybody was cracking down on her. She was busting down for some money, bro. It's crazy, bro. And she was getting money for herself, not for her child. She didn't give a fuck about him. So yeah, Rorschach got a really sad backstory, bro. Then we cut back to when Rorschach was first being a hero, and he was trying to get justice for his little girl because this man killed this little girl by feeding her to these dogs. So he said, you know what? I'm gonna kill your dogs, and I'm gonna kill you, nigga. This was his first body too. Early on in his career, he went easy on villains and shit, but he said, fuck that. I'm killing this nigga. I'm gonna catch me a body right here, bro. He ain't give a fuck no more. This ain't no Batman. Then while Rorschach was serving his time, the inmates was trying to, they was trying to push him around like he was just some random ass inmate. They was trying to fucking push him around and antagonize this nigga like he was just some random ass inmate. This nigga got the worst of it. He fucked around and he found out, you feel me? So he was trying to size up Rorschach, but that nigga got the deep fryer. He deep fried that nigga, bro. He turned that nigga into some McFries. Turned that nigga into some fries. The skin finna be darker. After he deep fried Brody, Rorschach said one of the coolest lines in the whole movie. He said, I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. Bro, that's a whole bar right there. That's a whole bar. No cap, give a round of applause for that line right there. Like, that shit was crucial. Like, when I first heard that, I'm like, woo! Speak your shit, boy. Meanwhile, Silk's fucking around with the Night Owl tech because, she had his crib with her, you feel me? And they get busy! But Night Owl can't get up. But, hey, speaking of getting up, if y'all can't get up, this video is sponsored by Blue Chew. It's like, nah, this video ain't sponsored by no Blue Chew, bro. I wish I had some type of sponsorship. But yeah, I ain't sponsored by no Blue Chew. But after Night Owl had a weird-ass dream, that dream made him want to get active again. So they put on the suits, looking crucial in the suits, and they went in and saved these people in a burning building with it. And once Night Owl got that sense of accomplishment and achievement and heroism in his life back, they had a much more successful round 2. He ain't need that Blue Chew. He was able to get that shit up. After that, they went to save my dog Rorschach in prison because the prison has went to hell, you feel me? That shit is on fire. Everybody fucking finding each other. Everybody breaking out and shit. The prison is all in chaos. And meanwhile, this little ass midget nigga thinking he and his bodyguards finna do something for Rorschach. Y'all seen what he did to the one nigga who tried to size him up? What the fuck you think your little midget ass finna do? And your bodyguards, bro. Your bodyguards gonna get fucked up too. And that's what happened, bro. They tried breaking into Rorschach's fucking little prison so they can just fuck him up personally. But that shit ain't go right. That nigga got one of the bodyguards mad. Fucking fucked up his fingers and shit. When I was watching that, I was feeling my fingers and all that shit too, bro. They did some crazy shit in here, bro. And then that nigga got that nigga shit stuck in there. And they said, hey, that nigga said nothing. It's nothing personal. And proceeds to fucking chainsaw his fucking hands off. And then they eventually got in there. He took out the other bodyguard like some fucking light work. Had that nigga tripped, fell on the fucking head, fell on the fucking toilet seat, and the water came out, and then he put the little electric in the water, that nigga dead. And then the little midget nigga was looking at Rorschach. He was like, I'm gonna run my midget ass downstairs out of this fucking mess, you feel me? That nigga started running away. But Rorschach gets the mask back and meets up with gang in them, because Night Owl and Silk, they was in that bitch, and they was kicking ass in there too. But Rorschach, he had to kill that little midget ass nigga real quick. Then they left the scene with it. Then they got back to the cave, and when it appears, like Silk and Night Owl was about to kiss, Dr. Manhattan just appears in the cave out of nowhere. No ringing, no doorbell, no knocking. That nigga just appearing there. Everybody breaking into his fucking house. And he was like, oh, I see. But you gotta convince me why humanity is worth saving. And then she agreed and they left to Mars. He was being a little petty by cutting off her oxygen, by not having that little force field so she can breathe. He was cutting off her oxygen, so he was trying to be a little petty. So you want that Night Owl dick, I'm gonna cut off this little oxygen for a second, see how you feel. I know you're saying he forgot, but he ain't forget. I know he remember. But yeah, he showed her the little clock shit he was building. Meanwhile, Rorschach, he's still breaking niggas' fingers and shit, trying to figure out information about what the fuck is really going on. Because after he got framed, he's like, nah, we gotta be on point now. And so he's breaking fingers and he snuck into Ozzy's big ass building. And turns out Ozzy was the villain all along. So yeah, he in Antarctica doing some evil shit. He had a bunch of scientists that helped him make this device. And he also tricked Dr. Manhattan to help make this device too for him. He has this fucking weird ass animal with him too. But yeah, Ozzy poisoned the scientists and he killed them niggas. After all that hard work, that's tough. Side note, Rorschach also dropped the journal off before heading into action, you feel me? He had to let niggas know what could be going on just in case anything happens. Dr. Manhattan and Silk was still having that full ass debate on if he should save humanity or not. He was saying shit like, the universe don't notice you. The existence of life is overrated. Miracles by their definition is meaningless. Bro sounds like a emo, doomer, depressed white girl, But once you gain so much power, you see shit from a different scale. But still, though, that nigga so detached from humanity, bro. It's crazy he was born a human. He's so detached from humanity. And it's a different take on people that are so powerful, like Superman. Like, what if Superman was actually real? He probably would be detached from humanity. He would probably be more like Dr. Manhattan than actual Superman. Because this universe is so, like, big, and we be putting ourselves in the center of everything. But in reality, this universe is so vast. There's areas where we don't even know what the fuck going on. We only know what's going on really in our, like, in the Milky Way, in our galaxy. But the universe is so large. Like, there's probably a million other fucking planets probably running different type of societies and shit. Dr. Manhattan also told Silk Spectre that this conversation is going to end with her crying because he's going to be right. Then he tapped her little head, and then we saw some flashback joints. And then we see this nigga, the comedian, he was trying to hit on Silk Spectre too. He was trying to hit on both the Silk Spectres. And then later, we find out that the comedian is her dad. So he was trying to be on Alabama timing. There was no links this nigga would fucking stop it. But the crazy thing is, even after he tried to R-word her, she was still trying to fuck with him. You feel me? Because we saw a little flashback of, you know, her with her other boyfriend, associate at the time, and he catches her trying to sneak out, trying to be a little hoe. He said, go ahead, be a little hoe. And guess what? She went ahead and became a little hoe. You feel me? And then Spectre was born, and he was a father the whole time, and that's crazy, bro. And Dr. Manhattan was like, actually, miracles do exist. You're a miracle because such a good person came from so much chaos. Your father was an R-word. He was always morally wrong. He literally didn't have no morals. He didn't care about nobody. There was no links he would go to fucking ruin somebody's day. His mom fell in love with the person who tried to R-word her. So yeah, bro, she came out of it. He thought that was a miracle. So he's like, like by that definition, a lot of people be going through the same shit down everywhere around Earth. And by that definition, a lot of humans are miracles the way they were born. Dr. Manhattan was like, actually, you are a miracle. Night Owl and Rorschach pulled up to Antarctica ready to start some shit. Rorschach and Night Owl tried sneaking up on Ozzy, but Ozzy put the beats on Rorschach and Night Owl, bro. My nigga Rorschach came in trying to fucking do a little Ray Lewis tackle, but that nigga missed. He jumped up. That nigga got CTE from hitting the TV. And then he put the hands on my nigga Night Owl. Fuck that nigga up on the easy. Bro, you was putting hands on both of them going crazy. I ain't know Ozzy had them hands like that, though. He fucking these niggas up like they can't do shit to him. Kicking the ink out my nigga Rorschach face. And then he finally told his plan, and it was Ozzy all along. He was behind everything. He killed the comedian. He framed Rorschach. He built this machine to block Dr. Manhattan's sight for the future, so he doesn't see into the future. He had a whole nigga sacrifice himself so he doesn't look like a suspect because he put a pill in that nigga mouth. And then he later revealed his plan that he plans to blow up the city, so they think Dr. Manhattan did it, and then that would cause the whole world to be friendly and to stop this nuclear war shit and to all unite against Dr. Manhattan. Yeah, this nigga is psychopathic, bro. Like, the darkness that they put into the smartest person in the world is crazy, because realistically, the smartest person in the world wouldn't fucking care about what's morally right or what's morally wrong or whatever, you feel me? They care about them analytics and what the analytics say. They don't give a fuck about none of them. And if a mass killing of people is gonna cause the whole world to feel united and together and peaceful, then they gonna do it, unfortunately. But Night Owl and Rorschach wasn't fucking with that, so they tried giving my nigga the hands again. But this nigga Ozzy got him, but this nigga Ozzy can't be defeated. He going crazy, bombed him up straight crazy. Then this nigga said he started the bomb 35 minutes earlier, so there's no point in fighting. Fuck that, I would have been fighting just because of how pissed I am that you about to do a whole mass killing of a whole city. These people did not ask for this. Then we see this big blue ass ball of energy. Everybody gets lifted off of their feet, similar to some Man of Steel shit. Of course, it's similar to some Man of Steel shit. It's made by Zack Snyder. But yeah, they got lifted up off their feet, and the whole city just got fucked into oblivion. That shit was gone. The whole city was gone. Everybody got evaporated. That's fucking tough. And then it happened as soon as Dr. Manhattan arrived too, and he sees what happens to the city. And he's like, And then he put 2 + 2 together, and Manhattan pulls up on Ozzy, and he already know what the fuck was going on. But something I don't agree with is why this nigga still don't got no pants though. Like, you feel me? Like, we in a serious ass situation here, and you really don't got no pants. You couldn't put no pants on. You still got dick and balls out. Like, what the fuck is you doing, bro? Nigga, we ain't trying to see that. We in a serious situation. The city just got blown out. You got your dick and balls out, nigga. Come the fuck on. But yeah, and this is the part that fucking made me pissed, because Dr. Manhattan finally pulls up. He says, Ozzy, your plan ain't gonna work, bro. And then this nigga Ozzy started running through tunnels and shit. He started fucking doing the little sneaky walking shit, like he walking like the Grinch and shit. And Dr. Manhattan, he's just walking, taking his sweet old time. When this nigga in a snap of a finger can blow this nigga up, but he wanna fucking play games and walk around with this nigga, bro. Like, come the fuck on. This ain't no nigga to play with. He's the smartest person in the world. Just snap your finger and blow the nigga up. Why you taking so long to get him? You can just teleport in front of him and just kill him. What the fuck is you doing, Dr. Manhattan? But this nigga wanna be fucking dumb. He runs into a trap. He sacrifices his little weird ass pet too. And that nigga was going out that shit. Silk Spectre got mad. She shot at Ozzy. He pretends to be dead for a second, but he cocked the bullet. He just finessing the whole team right now. He just making the whole team look like some toddlers right now. Treating them like little kids right now, like children. But guess what? Dr. Manhattan ain't done. He came back in. But guess what? Dr. Manhattan's want to be dumb again, and he don't fucking just snap his fingers and fucking blow the nigga up, or just point his hand at him and blow the nigga up. Like, he want to play game. Unfortunately, Ozzy, he showed him the news that everybody's united and peaceful and shit. Like, oh shit, there's a fucking blue nigga fucking blew up a whole city. We gotta unite together. This shit ain't right. Realistically, the ops would be secretly celebrating. But here they unite and shit, and that changed Dr. Manhattan's mind. He was like, Ozzy, you're right. And the fact that Ozzy changed a godlike figure's mind, like Dr. Manhattan, is crazy. And that's how he won this game, unfortunately. All because Dr. Manhattan's playing around. He turned into a giant nigga, tried grabbing him. Like, you don't even need to grab him. Just blow the nigga up, like, doing the fucking most. But anyways, Rorschach was like, these people deserve to know the truth, because he a real nigga. You gotta tell it like it is, bro. You gotta tell it like it is. You feel me? So he said, fuck this. I'm going out this bitch. I'm gonna tell everybody the truth. And Dr. Manhattan teleported in front of him, which he didn't do to Ozzy. As y'all noticed, he teleported in front of Rorschach. But he didn't do that shit to Ozzy. to tell Rorschach that he can't let him do that because it's gonna disrupt the peace. So he don't give a fuck, bro. He want to tell the truth. He want to tell the truth to all the people as they should know. You feel me? All the people should know the truth. This was still a mass killing. A lot of loved ones died because of what fucking Ozzy did. You feel me? You know, this justice deserves to be served. I don't give a fuck if it causes worldwide peace. Niggas still die, and the people deserve to know what caused this shit. Y'all acting like chaos won't eventually come in the future though. Humans are always beefing with each other. Another war will definitely start in the future, bro. Then Dr. Manhattan turned Rorschach into a pool of blood, bro. Now this scene had me fucking ready to crash out, bro. Not gonna lie, bro. This scene had me pissed because, you feel me? Like, Rorschach ain't deserve to die, bro. Like, Dr. Manhattan, you are a hypocrite because at one moment, you did not even care about humans at all. You was ready to let them get into a nuclear affair. You know, you was ready to let them die, and you ain't give a fuck. Now you want to all of a sudden, you give a fuck about humans and shit, bro. Like, come on, bro. Shit got me pissed, bro. See, this is why Rorschach is the realest nigga on the team. He don't compromise his morals no matter what. He's 10 toes down all the time till fucking death. Pour one for my nigga Rorschach for the one time. If you got a drink in your cup or around, you pour one for my nigga Rorschach, bro. He don't compromise for nothing, you feel me? He ready to tell the truth to the masses. He ain't with that bullshit, bro. He ain't with the lies. He with the truth. He with the truth, and that's the truth, you feel me? So this shit pissed me off how Dr. Manhattan really killed my nigga Rorschach. Like, bro, like, come on, bro. Another war is gonna eventually start in the future, and you just killing this nigga now, bro. Like, Dr. Manhattan, you had the power. Even he told him this. Dr. Manhattan had the power to stop this from even beginning. You feel me? Dr. Manhattan can probably turn the fucking nuclear bombs into fucking flowers and shit, or just throw them up into space so nobody can shoot each other in the first place. But no, you want to use your powers to kill a nigga that's ready to tell the masses the truth? Tripping, bro. That's why, bro. Rorschach is the realest nigga in this whole fucking movie, bro. The realest nigga in the comic, you feel me? The realest nigga on the team. W. Rorschach, you feel me? But R.I.P. my nigga Rorschach. Pour one for him for the one time, bro. Oh, man, that shit hurt, man. Even, bro, had Night Owl falling to his knees. He was like, no, bro. Me and Night Owl had the same reaction when this shit happened. I fell to my knees, too. I was like, no, my nigga Rorschach. I was down bad on my dick, ain't pay attention. Man, I fell down to my knees when Dr. Manhattan came. Fell down like dirt when the law came. But this nigga, Dr. Manhattan, kills Rorschach. He just starts kissing up on Silk's Spectre too. That's fucking devious timing, bro. That's devious work. Then after, so he kills a nigga, kisses a joint, and then he fucks off to a whole nother galaxy. Crazy, bro. Crazy. After that, Night Owl had to take his frustrations off on somebody because he couldn't do it on Dr. Manhattan. He took it out on Ozzy, and that's justified because Ozzy really planned this bullshit out. So he just started bopping up on Ozzy, but he was just eating that shit. He was eating that shit like a fat nigga, bro. He was just eating it, hitting them punches. But Night Owl flew out with Silk Spectre 2, and they planned to live a happily life together. Silk Spectre 2 also told Silk Spectre 1, her mother, that she knows the comedian was her father. She know he was running out being a little hoe. That's why he was arguing with the other parent and shit. So yeah. So at least Night Owl and Silk Spectre got a happy ending out of all of this shit. But yeah, man, this is more like a darker version of what superheroes would probably be like, because everything ain't so black and white sometimes. Everything ain't good and bad. Sometimes shit is in between, and you don't really know. Sometimes people got their own agendas that they devote their life to. So, yeah, and the team was all mixed up with their agendas. It wasn't so black and white like how Rorschach seen it, but I think Rorschach was definitely in the right, and all the other niggas was definitely in the wrong. If you disagree, let me know. Was he on Rorschach's side or was he on Ozzy's side? I'm definitely on Rorschach's side. We gotta tell the people the truth. And thankfully, he had a letter sent out remember that letter he sent? There was a nigga who received the letter. So, who knows? Maybe the truth will be noticed. Maybe the masses will know of the truth. But yeah, I don't think it's just that simple, bro, because you still killing innocent. You doing evil things. I know you're trying to overall do something right, but you doing evil things in order to do something right. That don't make it good, bro. You killing a whole city, bro. That's like, for example, like if a school shooting or something like that, or you blowing up a whole city, bro, full of innocent people, full of innocent kids, full of innocent babies. Come on now, bro. There's definitely a better option, bro. There's definitely a better option, especially with a superpowered being like Dr. Manhattan. If a nuclear war was to happen, I think he could definitely stop that bitch if he wants to. If the nukes came up, he could probably send all them bitches into space, and then peaceful by default, nobody dying. But no, Dr. Manhattan doesn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck about that woman getting shot in the that pregnant woman getting shot in the belly. You feel me? He doesn't give a fuck about a lot of people. He just stopped his finger and the nigga blow up. He don't give a fuck until he finally realizes Silk Spectre and shit. But that's the thing. He was a hypocrite too. He didn't give a fuck about the humans. He was about to let them just die in the nuke because he thought he caused cancer to somebody. He said, "Oh, I caused cancer to somebody. I'm going off to another planet. I don't give a fuck about humans no more because I caused them cancer." Like, fuck, no, bitch, no. You feel me? Ozzy, you a fucking insane ass nigga having this ruthless ass plan to fucking blow up a city and to lie about it. Soon the truth will go out. The truth always comes out. And once the truth comes out, there will be war again. So your plan will eventually fail. I don't give a fuck if it's working right now. You could die and that shit gonna eventually fail, bro. People will find out about this. People will be mad. Rorschach was in the right. Let these niggas know. Let these niggas know the truth. That Ozzy and all these niggas are doing evil shit. Evil shit. I don't give a fuck, bro. Night Owl, you should tell the truth. I don't give a fuck. Remember Rorschach. You fell down to your knees, right? So tell the nigga the truth. I don't give a fuck if it's causing peace. Tell the niggas the truth. Everybody deserves to know the truth. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck. You feel me? That shit pissed me off. They ended had me, you feel me? But yeah, when I was a kid, I watched like a few scenes of this movie, but I didn't really get it. But now I really get it. I really get it. I remember I used to play on Xbox 360. There was like a Watchmen video game, but I never really bought the true game. I just played the demo. So I was a little bit tapped into Watchmen, but I wasn't fully tapped into Watchmen growing up because of that Zack Snyder movie. But yeah, this movie, I feel like this is an underrated movie. I'm on Team Rorschach, bro. They also made like a TV show about this. I think I might have watched a few episodes. I don't know if I watched it fully, but I think I remember it. It came back in 2019. I forgot about that. But yeah, this was Zack Snyder's Watchmen. Let me know what y'all think about it. I feel like this movie hella underrated. I fuck with the movie. This shit had me in tune with it. They also making a new animated Watchmen movie, Chapter 1. I watched Chapter 1. It was alright. I mean, it's basically just telling what happened in the comics. So yeah, man. Watchmen, hella underrated. The ending always hurts me. But yeah, superheroes always be having happy endings. For them to have a bad ending was unique during this time when it came out. So yeah.